so I had this idea months ago, and I wanted to do another draw of it, so I lost the original. I don't know where the piece of paper went. There's this pen on ink and paper in my mom's basement, and so I got it now that I'm here. So I can just go ahead and draw it up with another explanation. Just give me a second here to do the tape, because I want to make sure it stays in frame on the other camera here. Let's make sure it's all in frame. All right, cool. So I guess I'll start with do that as like a sketch of the person here. Like I got the horizontal lines for the projected view here. Well, it's not really projected, it's just like to make sure it scales approximately right. So I got like one person's head, and then shoulders, so like back, and then like six-pack abs. All right, cool. Anyways, and legs, and then so I don't forget steel toes. Anyways, so let's see. There'd be draw this here like this. And then have like, so probably like a little lower, like a little cup. That, and of course some sort of rigid frame like this, probably some pads like this on the shoulders, and then probably also a strap system, kind of like a hiking backpack like this, that attaches to the front. And so this would be like nylon here probably. And of course, then you have some sort of, probably go out like this, and then draw like a little bit of a bike seat. See, like that, and like a little handle here, or two handles, possibly like for here and here. Anyways, and then a second. Actually, that's actually really hard to understand. Like, okay. Anyways, the idea is that this would be like, let's go ahead and draw this other part over here. So should I caption this thing maybe? I don't know. I'll think so. So steel toes, steel toe boots. Safety first, right? Probably want shin or knee guards or whatever. And then honestly, maybe I'll just leave that off. But anyways, but yeah, this is like a bike seat. So, hip belt, and then this is kneeling pad. Handholds, shoulder hook, rigid, and then that's like nylon strapping probably. That's the side view, of course. It's like I'll try to draw I'll do like more of a isometric looking view. A little hard to do this freehanding, but I'll do my best. I've already drawn it one time before, but I kind of pictured it being like, I guess maybe I should start with the hip belt. It's a little easier. So it's kind of like this, and then you probably have like a buckle on the front of some sort, or at least something to clasp it together. So with this, the idea is it's kind of like a hiking frame backpack, right? Like this, and then and then like that, and then there'd be some sort of like. I'll ignore the straps because the straps are a little difficult to draw. They obscure some of the other details. And then, but yeah, this is probably attached to either a frame on the back here like this, and then you have I have some sort of like V, as I'm guessing, sort of frame, and that leads to a bike seat like this. And then there'd be two things like here that'd be for kneeling pads right here. That's kind of like that. At the height of it's not super easy to imagine, but then the idea is that this would have some sort of like a frame that goes, probably obscuring the seat a little bit in this drawing, but then the frame would go up like this and then go to some sort of like shoulder hook type thing that'd be rigid like this over the top. And then that would also attach to a handhold of some sort. It's either a handle like this, like hands like that, or possibly a knob like that. It sounds like either a handhold. And of course the bike seat. But yeah, this way it goes on. This would be going on a person, and then these are the kneeling pads. But I see I do diamond dots right-handed, but I do writing left-handed. Anyways, kneeling pad. I will skip drawing a person in isometric. That would be very challenging. Anyways, this will all have to be like on some sort of like frame of some sort like this, and with some sort of cross bracing so it doesn't parallelogram over. And of course, this is the hip belt, like that. And then, of course, I'm ignoring the straps, so those probably go from here to here, from here to here. Anyways, the idea is that a person could sit on the back here, probably presumably smaller, but or this maybe a regular sized person and then another similar sized person who just happens to be really strong. But anyways, this is I think the future of bodyguarding. It's like, yeah, the person being protected would be kneeling, knees down on here and here, or on here, and seated here. But that's the idea, is that the feet do not go forward, so that you can have your foot go off the back like this for egress. So it's like the idea is that the person would be seated here with a higher vantage point. And so this is, of course, the person saddle. But it's like, yeah, the bodyguard would be here, their protection target would be here, and then that way they are inseparable. The protection target has a high vantage point, they can be seen, and then, of course, then they can then navigate a crowd. Originally, I thought of it as having a security team on it, like literally just so you have one person with a high vantage point to overlook for misconduct. But it's like, no, it makes way more sense if you did it for protecting the person on the back. And of course, the kneeling pads with the knees going this direction. So this is the knee, this is the foot. And it's like if they extend their leg like this, that of course would cause them to pop off the back, so they don't actually get caught on the harness if their bodyguard should go down. Anyways, so the person saddle. Birth the Person Saddle by Tobin Martin. And of course, is the future of bodyguarding. Future of. I was inspired by some of my favorite influencers. With one on the back and then the larger of them in front, I believe at a convention. I was like, oh my gosh, I should make them a device that would be perfect for this. Anyways, but yeah, there you have it. Oh yeah, it has like,